So we're rolling. Welcome to So Yous Do Comedy, the podcast run by myself, Matt Jones, and
me, Jack Miller.
We've got a few guests with us today. It's very weird, this. I'm just going to embrace the weirdness of what we're doing because we're not used to this. We've got like big ice creams in front of us, haven't we? Just chatting into them.
What ice creams have you been eating?
So we're a bit clueless, but it's not the Clueless podcast. It's the So Yous Do Comedy, and it's going to be like probably in the top 1,000 podcasts in the UK. That's what we're aiming for.
Yeah.
And
the aim of it though is to try and get like the new comedians that have come out of lockdown or have been doing it before and sort of on the open market scene, isn't it? Just trying and give them all a bit of a platform and get everyone to know them a little bit better, really, isn't it?
Yeah, because there's so many like established comedians out there, and we are like the gremlins, the new batch.
Thanks. 5 minutes in, you've already insulted everyone in the room. Well in, mate.
we are, though, aren't we? We're like the new batch.
Don't feed me after midnight anyway, yeah.
Scaring all the new comedians. But yeah, that's our aim, isn't it? To get ourselves as much publicity as possible. And
how long have you been going for now?
Comedy.
Well...
or life.
Yeah.
Just in life, I've been going 45 years.
Have you?
Yeah. Do I look 45?
You can cut this out, Jacob, mate. No, mate, you look well younger.
Cheers, man.
How long have you been you done improv first, didn't you?
Yeah, I did improv for a few years. Did a bit of stand-up at uni, basically working behind the bar, and then I got dragged up, and that started me off. And then got into improv a few years ago, and then moved into the stand-up, which obviously you know how mental I am.
Yeah.
Like, most comedians have sets, don't they? I don't.
You have.
I just rant
mental
shit.
musings, really, they're probably called, aren't
Yeah.
they? And you've been a bit of a gig slag lately, haven't you? You were in Sheffield last night, wasn't you?
Yeah, I was literally, I was walking through the Botanical Gardens on the way to the train station, and I was telling Nathan a little bit earlier, you know when your mobile phone like tells you you've got like 24-minute walk, and your train's in 21 minutes.
Yeah. I
was trying to work out whether that was my pace. I had to walk faster than my own pace to make it to the train, because I only had 24 minutes to get there, and the train was in 21 minutes.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
So that's one of Matt's bits that he does on a set.
So that's me. I'm just off my tits, and basically Jack's just going to be making sure I'm not doing anything weird. So how long have you been doing it, Jack?
So my first gig was the 24th of January this year. So I've been a big comedy fan, but never had the balls to sort of do it until quite a few people come out of lockdown and thought we'll give it a go, and thought I'll done my first gig and absolutely shit me pants, but it went all right. And then since then I've been caught up in it and met everyone who we've got on today, who's going to come on the podcast, and that's the reason why we've done it, really, isn't it? It's just
definitely
get people to know each other a bit more. So
he's banging the sofa here and he's making us go back. What's going on with you, leg?
I've just walked, as I just said, I've just been, like you just done, I got off two cancelled trains, so I had to bomb here as fast as I could. And I beat the clock getting here, but I'm absolutely knackered now.
Yeah, you did come in a bit out of breath, didn't you?
Yeah. It was only a 4-minute walk as well, but that's beside the point. But yeah, I'm absolutely sweating here now. But we've got a couple of guests on today, haven't we?
Yeah.
All different styles, all different types of comedy, all different talents. And hopefully we can get them all introduced to the lovely listeners.
Yeah, so should we shut the fuck up and get on with our guests, shall we?
I think so, yeah, mate. Yeah, I think introduce the first one. Do you want to go first?
Where's our first guest? Oh, there you are.
Hello.
All the way over there. We've got Joanne Sargentson, if I'm saying your name right.
You said it right. Very good.
Get in there. So.
It's the polysyllabic thing. It's very hard. It's like
the what?
The polysyllabic, all the syllables, like 3.
Yeah, Joanne's very clever. and she says words that I haven't got a fucking clue what she's talking about. So, but you're a diverse, talented young lady, aren't you, Joe?
Diverse.
Yeah. So she does. Have you seen her blog?
No.
You bastard.
So Matt done loads of research for today's guests. No, but I've done a bit of stalking on the last couple of weeks just to try and find out a bit more about you, because you've travelled a little bit as well, haven't you? Yeah.
Yeah. Travelled in life or in comedy?
Well, I read a story about a half marathon.
Oh yes.
So tell us a bit more about that.
Oh,
Is that the travel? Is it the half marathon?
Yeah. Well, I was in Vancouver Island, which is in Canada at the time, and like I accidentally run a half marathon by accident. I didn't mean to.
How does that work?
I just got up and started running, basically, because I was like, I want to stretch my legs.
Yeah.
And then yeah.
And you just entered the half marathon?
It was really quiet on the streets, and I was like, what the fuck's going on? And then these people started running past me, like one or two at first, and then several at once, and I was like, where are they going? I was like confused. And then I just rounded the corner and was like a set of barriers leading to like a blow up arch. And I was like, oh God, I'm in the like finishing straight of a half marathon. And then I was like, oh fuck, I've really fucked it here. So I tried to climb over some of the barriers, but I couldn't because there was too many people. And then one woman was like, you've almost finished. You can't give up now. You've come so far. And like shoved me back into the road. So I had to cross the finish line.
By that point?
2 kilometres at best.
2 kilometres, and you were getting all the praise?
I would say 2. Yeah. Yeah, second place female finisher, apparently. Yeah.
Like,
Very
did you have
awkward.
a badge and all that on you?
medal?
Oh, a medal. A medal
she got a
and a
medal?
cookie. Yeah.
Did you keep the medal?
Yeah. He wouldn't believe that I didn't do it. He genuinely wasn't the guy who was like talking to me. So yeah.
Are you a bit of a runner then?
I was at the time, yeah, not so much anymore.
So you finished second in the Vancouver.
I know, yeah. 1 hour,
marathon?
19 minutes.
1 hour.
It's very
to
fucking
do
fast.
2K.
Very fast. There you go.
And where are you from then? Are you from?
Here, yeah, Liverpool.
Yeah, from Liverpool, yeah. Because you've got an accent that doesn't sound like you're from Liverpool.
Yeah, my parents aren't from Liverpool. My mum's from the south and my dad's from Yorkshire, so I have a very
right.
weird accent.
So you picked up their accents.
A little bit of both, yeah.
And you do a lot of blogging and drawings, don't you, as well?
Yeah, cartoons, yeah.
So what is it, Joe's? Is it your name.com, isn't it? Not your name.com, but it's Joe Sargent.
Joanne Sargentson.com. Yeah.
Because I was having a little. You're very quite a few people for Edinburgh have asked you to do posters, haven't they? I know Andy Roach has asked you.
Yeah, I think I did Andy Roach's. Yeah.
So yeah, Joe's like, she can just stand up sick as well. By the way, we should just get to that. But she does blogs, she does amazing cartoon drawings, and she's the half marathon second place winner.
Yeah,
so you've done Andy Roach's, yeah?
Yeah.
Bit of rivalry there. What? So, like, how do you get commissioned to do these?
Mostly just people like see it and then ask me to do something most of the time. Yeah. I don't really like go out looking for it particularly, but maybe I should. I don't know.
I think we need something, don't we?
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you write some bits for Matt as well?
And can you make Andy Roach's shit? And
I've seen it, actually. It's really good.
Is it good? Yeah.
Is it good?
You sent me it. It's conspiracy theories, isn't
Conspiracy theories, yeah.
I saw that. So yeah, I'm plugging Andy Roach here. What am I doing?
It's fine.
Well, let's plug in Joe's work as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Plugging Joe's work. But
And how did you get into stand-up? What was your sort of...
So at uni I did a load of sketch comedy basically, and did like writing of sketches and stuff, and I'd always like kind of written funny things or tried to write funny things, always liked comedy. And then when I graduated I started doing mostly improv like you, actually, in Liverpool. And then just started doing it around 2018. I did it for about like 7 8 months I reckon.
Where did you do that?
Just around Liverpool, and then kind of stopped for a bit, and then the pandemic happened, and then we all went insane, and then I started back in like September last year, I'd say.
I seen a video of Joe on Hot Water about 4 years ago, and she looks about 11.
2018. Yeah.
It's like a child. It's just like having
Joe.
everyone in bits in hot water. It's hilarious. I think it was your daddy bit you were doing.
Yeah, like that bit, classic.
And I like it. Have you ever heard Joe's southern accent when she done Oklahoma?
No, I've only seen you, Joe, when you went up live at the live podcast.
For Dean.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And you did your
scary.
minute. So
I triggered Freddie Quinn then, didn't I?
Yeah.
He went on a rant about chicken nuggets.
Oh yeah,
got the sauce
McDonald's
point.
order. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Got to get that right though, to be fair. So Joe, we had a chat with me at a gig a couple of weeks ago, and Joe's probably got like a solid like 20 half an hour easy but you sort of like play around with your sets a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, I tend to like write big bits, kind of like I don't tend to write like little jokes. I tend to write like stories or like big longer bits. So yeah, try and
What inspires your stories? I mean, I know what inspires mine.
Life, man.
Life. What does inspire
What inspires yours?
I've got like a vivid imagination.
Oh,
And, like,
yeah.
I'll pick any object and turn it into a story. Like if I'm just looking at that cactus plant, I'll sit and write about, you know, cactus.
And where on the spectrum does that sit?
Well, you've got like a big sort of healing crystal there, haven't you?
That's a rock salt lamp.
So
Yeah.
you gotta know your crystals, man.
You can't charge that by the moon, lad.
no, but say like someone came in and fell on the spiky cactus, and like the cactus went through the body.
I did that on work experience once. I was working in a garden.
Sorry.
As you do.
Sorry,
This is what I mean. This
I
kind of triggers
thought
me
he was
stories.
chatting absolute shit, and you went, I done that once. And I thought, am I a knobhead?
I fell off a ladder onto a cactus. Yeah,
Tell us
on my
more.
arse. No,
And you've not
that's
done
the
a
sum
bit
of it,
about this?
really. Oh, I've written a blog post about it.
Okay.
Yeah. I should make it a stand-up bit, maybe.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
should,
know.
absolutely.
About falling like a prick on my ass.
When you landed,
How many jokes?
how big was the cactus that you landed on?
Sizable. I'd say twice the size of that rock salt lamp, I'd say.
And there was no healing crystals nearby.
No healing
Where are you
crystals,
going with what you were saying?
unfortunately.
Oh, because if you fell onto that,
Yeah.
as obviously most people have done, Jack, obviously you haven't.
Just don't live life that dangerously.
Yeah, bit weird if you'd never fall onto a cactus, but
It hurts.
yeah, it hurts.
Yeah, that was my like introduction to the world of work, falling onto a cactus.
And that's it.
Some work experience.
Yeah, work experience. Like when I was 15.
Where was you?
In a garden centre, Gattaca Garden Centre.
Oh,
which is
yeah.
That's a
shut
housing
down. I think it's
estate
shut
now,
down
isn't it?
Closed down
Yeah.
now, shortly
Maybe-
after that incident,
the health and safety issues.
All these kids, let me keep having, just keep having spike-related accidents at work.
yeah.
I
Maybe
used
it
to
was
drive
me.
past there every day, and there was a sign up, and you could buy something called Hotter Shoes. Have you ever heard of Hotter Shoes?
No.
Yeah, it's like a make of shoe, and it's called Hotter Shoes, and I didn't know what it was, and I just went past it, and you say in your head, Hotter Shoes, Hotter Shoes, Hotter Shoes.
I'm sorry, what?
So, Joe, have you had any more accidents or falls at work? You burn your
No.
feet on some
No,
hotter shoes?
I've never on some hot shoes.
Hotter shoes.
It's a type of croc. I don't know what it is.
I don't know.
What is it?
There's a healing
That sounds
crystal.
great. You should turn that into a bit.
So yeah, and how do you come up with your bits? Was the question?
Kind of like that, just like little things. And like I use my like teenage years a lot. Like my past, my kind of like awkwardness,
cringe at when you're
cringy
younger?
things,
Yeah.
fabulous. Yeah. Things that are a bit painful sometimes. It's a good way to process it by turning it into comedy. And because like I think that's where you get connection with people is in things that are a bit shit and awkward.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
Not unhappy is funny.
Nothing happy is funny.
No.
It doesn't
Painful
work.
as in emotionally painful.
That's why all the green rooms are like therapy sessions. Man.
Yeah. Yeah. Our
Yeah.
hot water sometimes on a Monday, it's like everyone
like,
gets
oh,
there
dear.
early and it's like, let's all share what
Yeah.
we've done this week and get all off our chests. But so what's the, have you got like a really painful bit that you've changed or changed into a bit, or what's the bit that you
I think everything in my diary is quite painful. It was very painful at the time, Jack.
Well,
will
I
tell
remember
you.
the bit in the diary is when the boy, something happened, did he go out with another girl or
Yeah.
something, and you're
The
fuming.
classic. Yeah, I was fuming. Yeah. I
you-
cut out a load of pictures of guys that I thought were hotter than him and stuck it in my diary for several pages, which is totally a healthy way to cope with
That's
these kind of
totally
things.
normal behaviour,
Totally
yeah.
normal
That's
behaviour,
totally
not
normal
psychotic
behaviour.
in the slightest.
Which men were in this?
just a boy that I used to go swimming with.
But like, who the men that you compared him to?
Oh, like
I'm not the translator.
I can't remember any of them.
Phelps, wasn't it?
Michael Phelps,
yeah.
because
Oh,
he
yeah.
swam faster.
He had alopecia,
Yeah.
didn't he?
Did
Is
he?
he the one?
No, it's Duncan
No, he's-
Goodhue.
Oh, is
That's
it?
like about 20 years earlier.
Oh, all right.
No, he's a swimmer.
Fucking hell.
They both swim, Jack. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, Michael Phelps.
Michael Phelps.
Yeah.
1.5 times faster at
Do you
swimming.
not
200 meters.
swim anymore?
No, not really.
No, you
No.
do a lot of climbing.
Climbing, yeah, mostly climbing.
But you've got like a bit of a gang, haven't you?
Yeah,
What is it called?
What are we called?
Yeah, there's a Rogue Women.
Rogue Women Rock.
Rogue Women Rocks, yeah. See, I've stalked the fuck out of it, to be
Yeah,
fair.
you've done really well, Jack.
I come across as a nice guy, but I will follow everyone home.
You've
That's
asked
fine.
relevant questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're there.
And I'm here.
Um,
What do you do? You climb? Is it climbing
Walls,
walls? Or
yeah,
do you
mostly
actually-
walls. Cactuses.
Massive
Climbing
Yeah,
cactuses,
I
yeah.
lift myself off cactuses.
Yeah, she can't wait to get to Texas.
Yeah, mostly walls indoors at the climbing hangar. Woohoo!
Do you know,
I've spoken to this man before and I didn't recognise him and I feel really bad.
do you know Jacob from climbing walls?
Well, yes, apparently. Apparently. I'm infamous. I fall off things very dramatically. It's probably what it is.
But where do you chat, like halfway up?
Halfway up. Oh, no, on the floor.
On the floor.
Like, yeah, that's the best thing about it is you climb and then you spend most of the time just lying on the floor, having deep chats, you know,
Okay.
or chatting shit and drinking coffee. Yeah, drinking coffee.
And when you get to the top, is there a bit where you can sort of go, yeah, I'm at the top, or do
Oh
you just
yeah,
jump
it's
off?
all about
That's
the self, and like woo.
But if I
The top, yeah.
if I climbed,
Okay.
I'd like to stand on top.
Oh,
you know,
like
and-
if you go outside on rocks outside, you can do that. So you get on top of a rock and then you're
Yeah.
like, yeah,
I
climb this rock.
reckon you should do it.
Yeah.
with no safety equipment.
I'll video it.
Oh, you don't need it for bouldering. You don't need the safety equipment.
They're trying to
I mean,
kill me.
He falls
Maybe
on
you
fucking
would.
cactus.
Yeah. Maybe we would. Like, I don't know how I'm still alive, to be honest with you.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, I reckon we video that, and I've just have you climb,
Uh-huh.
and then we can just have a special guest host on every week after it.
Yeah, so what you mean? I'm going to die?
Not die, maim.
No,
probably.
it'll just be comedy gold.
Yeah,
You won't die comedically, physically you may die.
you'll die for the art.
There's a problem.
Yeah.
In the name of
And what-
art.
So will I be wheelchair bound, or
I mean, I'm sure they've got a lift here.
have you got a lift?
No.
Oh dear.
No climbing for me.
No climbing for you. It was a good idea.
Should we play Jack or Matt?
Play Jack or Matt, okay.
So
Jack
basically,
or Matt?
you probably realise now that I'm the dickhead.
Okay. Oh, you're okay. This is your names.
Yeah.
I was like trying to
so it's
figure
like
out.
Laurel and Hardy.
I'm Jack,
You need Matt.
and
Yeah.
he's Matt.
I see how it works.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So I'm picking between you two.
Yeah,
Okay.
and we've got questions.
So I've got questions for you. And we're all well prepared.
I'll use my
We've all written
vague
them on.
knowledge of you, having met you like once.
I mean,
Very
today
briefly.
alone's enough. I
Yeah.
think.
Is it enough? I've
Yeah.
got the general gist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you want a question from me? Or do you want a question from Matt?
Oh, it's the first question.
Oh,
Jack or Matt?
He's already
in it?
asked one.
Let's go, Jack. Come on.
Okay then. If you could be a famous criminal, which one would you be?
Can I have some options to know any criminals?
You don't know any
I
criminals?
do, but I don't know what they are right now. Brains short circuited.
So you could have like, who's the Harold Shipman? Who else is a famous criminal?
A famous criminal. We got
He's asked the
Ronnie
questions.
Biggs.
No, any.
Ronnie Biggs, the great train
Ronnie
robber.
Biggs. Great train robber. I never
mean,
really
this-
aspired to be a criminal, you know.
Okay, tell you what,
Ronnie.
we'll do a different question.
Okay.
Tell me about the last time you vomited.
Last time I vomited. Oof, it was probably alcohol induced. Actually, I'm very much a lightweight though. I can't cope with it. Can't
can't.
cope with it. No,
What's your
not
limit?
even slight. Oh, literally like 1 pint. Literally.
1 pint?
Literally.
One
Honest
pint?
to God.
No wonder
I
you
thought
fall
I'd
off
been
fucking rocks
spiked.
every week.
Yeah, I thought I'd been. I thought I'd been spiked in a club once, but someone had just got me a double vodka coke instead of a single. So that's the level we're talking.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but I
So
probably
you're
wouldn't
not a
vomit
big,
off that.
Not a big drinker, no.
No, I don't really need it.
No.
I'm already crazy. It's fine.
Yeah, the alcohol. I think that's what's happened to me. Too much alcohol in my
Yeah,
life.
that'll be it, yeah.
I was
yeah.
out till 3.
Yeah.
I think I'm still drunk from last night.
You
to be
do drunk
honest.
sets? Do you do your sets drunk ever?
I've never done a drunk set. I've done one after. I have about 2 pints before I go on.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Do
would
you-
be absolutely paralytic at that point.
I have
There
one,
would be no
one
words to
before,
me
and
up.
then that's about it, because I'll just start forgetting everything.
Yeah.
I think any more than that, then you're in dangerous territory, aren't you?
Yeah. I mean, you and you get barred from places because you've seen at hot water people pissed as a fart.
Yeah.
And one lad slid down the wall once, didn't he? So
Well, you hide it quite well, though.
yeah. Jack or Matt?
Matt, obviously.
Look at yeah, I got one. So it's quite in depth, obviously.
Okay, love it.
Deep. Why is the sea salty?
Because there's salt in it.
Can you think of why it might be?
Why it might be salty? I don't know, because it's salty. Because it's like, you know.
Yeah, it's one of those.
It's one of those things.
Just one of those weird things that no one knows the answer to.
No one knows the answer to that, actually.
Yeah.
I assume some sea experts do. Well, I was not expecting that question.
And unfortunately, there's none in the fucking room today.
No, I've seen the guy that does it.
What puts the salt in the sea?
It's a thing.
Fuck off, Matt. He stands there
That
like that
is
with a
a
grinder.
shit job, that man.
Fucking take me ages.
He gets sea salt from the supermarket
Fuck off, Matt.
and walks around, like just tops it up occasionally.
Oh.
For buoyancy. No, I said that to a kid once. I was looking for razor clams and I had a big thing of salt, and if you pour a bit of salt down a razor clam, they
Sorry,
jump
what?
up. they jump up.
Don't start that joke with, I said it to a kid once, and then finish it with that.
And the kid asked me what I was doing, and I said, I'm the guy that makes the sea salty.
And they were like, wow, that's completely scientifically valid.
Would you ever do triathlons?
I haven't, no. I haven't, but I could probably give it a go.
You're obviously a runner, but what about the cycling and the...
Yeah, I've dabbled.
What's the third one in the triathlon? Cycling?
Swimming.
Yeah.
The swimming, obviously. Very traumatic for me, though.
Oh, yeah.
Would have to get over the emotional shit.
And you get salt in your mouth, don't you?
Yeah, well, it depends where you're swimming. If it's not the sea, there's no one putting salt in it.
No,
It's a generic leak. I don't know. I've been swimming in the docks once.
Have you?
Yeah.
Or wetsuited up?
No.
Like, after your one pint, did you just fucking fall in?
Yeah.
And just...
Basically, yes.
I can't imagine the docks to be nice, though.
No, there's loads of jellyfish in it, like kind of like little
Jellyfish?
jellyfish, yeah. But they don't do anything. They're just like
Not Man
blobs
of
of jelly.
War.
Man of War.
Portuguese Man of
Bloody
War.
hope not.
Yeah, they're like the really deadly ones.
Very scary.
Next one.
Yeah.
Are we looking at that big clock?
Yes.
3:26. That's my favourite number. Not 3:26, but just 26.
We need another person to live this.
Right?
Does anyone else like the number 26? Which of you two likes it?
What do you do when the guest goes off? Do you give them a round of applause, or do you just...
I like around.
Hey!
Joe Sargentson!
Not in the traditional style of every
Al,
other...
do you want to go next? Because he's got to go to work.
Yeah. We need some tomatoes as well in case they get
Yeah, man, just sit down.
Brap.
Brap.
Go.
Okay, you introduce.
You just sit in the middle of that sofa.
Is that all right? Yeah, I'm just dead loud. That's the thing.
Yeah, he doesn't need a mic at all.
Oh, it's just chilling, actually, innit? I feel good, yeah.
Yeah, so next up, we've got a good friend of mine, Alex Murray, the king of the Baltic, as they say. He looks like a fucking Viking. Ooh. And how have you been, man?
Not too bad, you know. All right. Just been on holiday. That's why I look a bit flushed.
Yeah, at least yours is sun-kissed, though, and not just like walking.
I've got trousers on those because my legs aren't ready for the summer yet.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
You have to get like a pre...
Yeah, they look like uncooked chickens. You only get them from like Asda.
Oh.
Yeah, they do. That's so white, less see-through. Veins. It's weird.
Oh, veiny chickens.
Anyway, enough about my legs. You see my tits in this? Yeah.
Nathan's got his legs out.
Yeah, we're all good.
Nathan's very dapper.
Yeah, no, how are you? I like this Ukrainian colour scheme that you've got going on with the blue and the yellows.
It was all very intentional.
Nice.
On the Jubilee Day.
Oh, Jubilee Day, innit?
Yeah, I'm fucking fuming, you know, because I got 2 trains cancelled to get here. I'm going to go on about this all fucking day.
By the Queen? Oh.
It was, well, if she sold a fucking house, she could feed the hungry and get the train sorted, in my opinion.
Yeah,
and she's sitting there with all the family going, oh, give us money. And
when is this episode going out, by the way?
Never.
Don't know, because it's going to be after the Jubilee.
Yeah.
Imagine if something major happened to the Jubilee and we're just talking about it. And now we're all
And
dead.
I'll be fucking suspect number 1.
But then we're all just dead, like.
Yeah.
What would you do now? You'd be like, oh, this isn't going out.
Well, as long as fucking that
waste of an hour.
Soft blonde bastard doesn't end up in charge.
Yeah.
And they wasted all the travel arrangements.
Joanne
They flew over all those planes, didn't they? Yeah.
I know, yeah. Well, I've been seeing them in Wales. They do that, do the cross, all the
red arrows.
or whatever that was.
What's your opinion of the Queen? Then?
I'm
I'm not really a fan. I'll be honest. I'm not a huge fan of the royal family as a general point. I feel like it's a bit of a waste of time.
Yeah, I'm just going to be a bit controversial here because I see
You slept with the Queen?
Have I slept with the Queen?
Yeah.
No, I've never met the Queen.
Never. It's shocking.
The
Right.
Queen of Scotty Road, like. No, never met him. What's his phrase? Something like friends a few and.
It's hard to fuck on you.
I think the Queen then. I don't think the Queen's ever.
That'd be a
said
weird
that.
address
Yeah,
today.
just today. I can't do a Queen.
No, but I'm not. I'm a sort of fan of the Queen because I don't think she was banned. She wasn't. She was born into that one. She didn't really have a choice apart from sitting on a throne. You know. So, but the rest of them, you know, like the hangers on.
When you defend a nonce, though, mate, there's no.
No, I'm not defending a nonce. The Queen's not a nonce.
You don't know. I think the Queen is actually a lizard.
More.
No, I don't actually, but that's a theory, isn't it?
Yeah.
I used to believe it quite heavy. I used to be really into conspiracy theories on Twitter and stuff, to the point where my ex-girlfriend got asked by a uni student that she went to uni with if I was a leader of a cult. Because I was starting this like idea
I
that
can see that,
Illuminati
though.
lizards. I know.
Can you imagine you standing
So 12
there
years ago, I was
on
like,
Everton Valley.
with the rings of
Follow me.
Saturn just coming down onto me.
Crosby Beach.
Takes me up.
So the Illuminati lizards, that was already knocking around, but you didn't invent that.
I didn't invent that. No, it was what's his name?
David
Coventry goalkeeper, blonde hair. David Icke, that's it.
I
Yeah.
know he said David Guest then.
David
but-
Guest, yeah, he's
David is dead.
yeah. David said that was the best bit of television in years. One of that celebrity.
Wasn't Pete Price the lizard as well?
Yeah, well, that's the sort of ongoing joke in Liverpool
Riddled.
thing. I think that's
Riddled with
riddled with lizardography. I don't know.
Hiya, Pete.
Yeah.
Oh, bless him.
But anyway,
So, those don't know Alex. He's like starting to put on really big events in Liverpool, the Baltic Market.
I thought you were going to say he's putting on weight.
yeah. I'm actually.
I've still got the baby weight from when my lad was 6.
Fuck's sake.
So yeah, you start put on really big shows at the Baltic, aren't you?
They're all right. Yeah, they're not too bad. Really big, I think. Makes it sound like I'm doing arenas, thousands and
No,
stuff.
but
I think
like compared to what's going on,
100 and yeah, of course, definitely 100 plus. I think it's an enjoyable amount of human beings, and it's loads of all that.
yeah. So I've done it twice. Joe's done it once.
Have you done it?
No,
His gig, and
No.
were you miles away then?
no. I think so after the first one, I think I had an awful lot of comedians message me and ask me questions. So I've had to try and fill them up.
Yeah, I think we're done with you now.
Yeah, lads, yeah. You're on this 32nd of Julemba. Never remember. No, yes, and of course, no. The idea is I want to get everyone sort of on there. So
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to be there on the 32nd of November.
yeah, can't wait.
The next Jubilee, innit?
Yeah. Richard Pryor's on that. You enjoy it, man.
But yeah, they sort of took off, haven't they? And I know from like
Good fun.
when we done the first one, the amount of people who come up to us at the end of it and were like, "Oh, when's the next one?"
Yeah.
There's a bit of a gap, wasn't there, between the first and second one?
It was only a week extra, so I tried to do it every 4 weeks, but it was a week extra just because of
Easter, was it?
Easter, Champions League finals, like loads of stuff going on in the Baltic market itself. So this next one, I haven't announced it yet, but it's 28th of June.
28th
Shameless
of
plug.
June, Nathan.
28th of June.
That's when we're on.
Got a good lineup on. But apart from, so that's another 4 or 5 weeks away.
What is your lineup?
I can't announce that at the moment because I haven't messaged them yet.
We haven't had the message.
You haven't had the messages yet. Yeah. Honestly, it's like I'll
Dead awkward.
I'll make sure. I've got you on Bebo, haven't I? I think as well.
Yeah. My face.
No, don't shoot it. I'll have you on.
You can help clear the desk.
No, Matt's a funny guy, man. I fucking love Matt.
And we do the jacaranda on a Monday night, don't we?
Yeah, we do the jacaranda on Monday night, which is an enjoyable experience.
And you hosted that on Monday,
Yeah,
didn't
man.
you?
Yeah, I give Alex a night off because he's been relentless with everything. So he
little
had
holiday.
a trip in Wales and I hosted it, and it's very international, isn't it, at the minute?
Yeah, very multicultural.
We had 2 Danish, 2 French, 2 Spanish and Italian on Monday.
That sounds like a restaurant chain.
It's just like
doesn't it?
Brexit just hasn't worked. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all it is. You just keep them there.
No.
That's good news, though. I think. I mean, it is fun that how many numbers we get in there because you could name the nationality of every audience member. No, not the Koreans. No,
Oh,
no.
yeah. And a Persian belly dancer popped up as well.
And did you just speak to every audience member?
In
asked them
my
where they're
horrendous
from?
accent, yeah. And they were all like,
A Persian belly dancer?
yeah, she thought, because she went to the open mic on a Sunday in the Jack,
Yeah.
she was like, I've come to belly dance. And I was like, is it funny? And she was just like, and went to start going. And I was like, no.
Oh, no.
And then she was like, I was here last night doing the open mic belly dancing. And I was like, oh, this is like comedy. I went, you're more than welcome to get up if you like, once. And at the end of it, she was like, you come and watch me on Sunday.
Bloody
I
hell.
was like,
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so-
Otherwise, it sounds like I'm going to
but
curse someone else.
I think that like that she may pop up again on a Monday to do it.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So yeah,
See, when
Well, I'll
I
put her on. I put anyone on me. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'll just have anyone on there.
she's
I'll probably have
headlining the
left.
next
Headlining the next round.
at the Baltic.
Just get around.
you get that image in your head though, don't you? Of a sort of like James Bond, like Persian dancer. You know, do you know where Persia is?
It's Iraq and Iran, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Iran. Thought I'd get you on that.
Oh, I'm this large head.
James Bond. Oh, okay, I get you.
Yeah, James
Sorry.
Bond isn't a belly dancer.
That's why I was getting really confused.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, mate.
He's shot sunstroke.
Yeah, no, I'm just
Fine.
dying. Melton.
So you're in Wales, were you?
Yeah, little North Wales, little game of golf. Just relaxing, maxing.
What's your playoff?
Not going to say little white tees. That's the joke. I play off 18, 17. I used to be really quite good at it, but I found drugs and alcohol at a young age, like 17.
And then you had
And
a
then I
little,
stopped playing golf. No, I'm fine. I was just deep on it.
and when you were doing the drugs, did you have little whiteys?
Yeah.
He's getting loads of bits off today's pod.
That's a hell of a joke.
He's building up a 20 minutes.
That is
isn't he?
actually a hell of a joke. I really wanted to appreciate that joke.
Oh,
you just
thanks,
said then.
thanks.
Yeah.
So
Thank you,
that
son.
I'm just going to do that joke 100 times when you
And
get
the
me
Baltic,
on.
yeah. Do the white tee.
a
No.
Baltic.
Playing white
Yes.
tees.
Is that your sport then? Golf, is it? Yeah.
Yeah, I play all sports-ish.
Yeah.
Say ish. I'm not really good at football. I love football, but I'm not really good at it. Again,
What's
found
your other
drugs and all.
sports? So football.
Cricket I can play.
Oh, cricket.
Quite
Are
good
you a
at cricket.
bowler or?
No, well, I used to play cricket in school. Do you know what I mean? I say I
And you're
play
still
now.
talking about it now?
Yeah, darts. I'm not very good at the pool or anything like that because I'm from Chester originally, and I feel like
Oh, I've heard that about people from Chester not being
not very good at pool. I feel like I
Don't
was
stereotype him.
I know.
Just that stereotype.
I
nothing
never
wrong.
went anywhere where there was a pool table. Really, it's more just like
Croquet.
boat rides,
sailing
being
and
dead
stuff.
rich.
What are
Not
your
rich,
what are your
not
plans
so
with because it's Funny How, isn't it, the brand that you do everything under?
Funny How Comedy, yeah. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and no, not Twitter. It's on Twitter. TikTok.
TikTok. But what's your plans for that going forward this year? Because obviously from the first one it's
Yeah.
grew and grew. What are you?
Again, same thing with obviously Jacaranda. I hope to keep hold of that in some way. Also Baltic Market monthly gig, and then we're going to try and get it to go every fortnightly, with the help of companies are coming in to sponsor it. I won't say anything now because there's no point in me saying it in case they drop out. Then I look like an idiot. And that's going to sort of sponsor it in the sense of like alleviate money in that way, from my side of things, and that means I can get bigger and better.
How do the sponsors work then? And obviously they give you money to put towards it, and they just put their branding everywhere, do they? Or?
Yes, ish. Not really. So the last one we had, I can say this, Jack Daniels was sponsored it. So it was like,
Yeah.
we had, I created 2 cocktails to go onto the menu. All the branding was done by them as well. So all my Funny How menus had Jack Daniels on, that sort of thing. So then
And with
they
the
get stock.
cocktails, had Jack
The cocktails,
Daniels
that's what they
in,
gave
yeah.
us stock. Yeah, so they're all Jack Daniels cocktails.
This has got no Jack Daniels.
Yeah,
in,
this is
but
no Jack Daniels, but it's
dead
all right.
nice.
And then they gave us stock to that. So then that helps the owners of the Baltic Market make sure that they're making enough money and make it worthwhile. Then I can do what I want then with comedy and tickets. And
And is that more thing that you want to go into, like promoting side of it? Than
I think promoting an MC, and I like to do. I say I'm not really good at writing jokes.
you want like off?
I'm the worst comedian ever. I just can't do it. I want a joke. It's in there. It's the best joke ever. And once it gets to there, it's just fucking nonsense.
Should we see if we can get you to create a joke now?
Yeah, go on.
So,
Go on.
If you mention a cactus, I fucking
go on.
swear to God.
A joke. Okay, go on. Go on. See what you can do, and I'll see what we can do.
you've got a beer mat and a water bottle to joke
Yeah.
about,
Okay.
and a and a lid off a water bottle.
Okay.
So you've just got to create a joke about that.
Oh,
You've got
nice.
the water as well. It's got no salt in.
Oh, you're so fucking generous.
I've got no idea what you just said to me. I just heard you go, water bottle and crystal.
When you said before, like, oh, I found drugs and alcohol.
Yeah, this is what this is.
I think Matt found them
This is me
this
and-
morning.
How old are you, Matt?
45.
45.
I did think
No.
about that for a second.
I don't
but,
get that. So, I'll be you in 15 years by the same thing.
You'll probably be you, but 45.
But look like you.
Yeah.
It's going to be grim. I look older than 30, don't I? Would you say that as well?
Are you 30, yeah?
Well, in like 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah. Where you
Yeah.
going for your birthday?
I'm going to probably go on holiday. Don't really get much stuff. Maybe some aftershave.
Okay. And when are you asking me to host the next Jack?
Yeah, that'd be. But to be fair, no, I'm doing the jacaranda on that night. I've got a big night planned for that, actually, that jacaranda one.
Yeah.
Lots of birthday celebrations.
30 is a good age, though, because you can sort of hang around with people who are like, say, 25, and you
Yeah.
can hang around with people that are like 35 or older.
Yeah.
At 40.
Just not 45.
yeah.
No, but at 45, so I like scuba diving and stuff like that, but
Do you?
no, I do now.
Yeah, where? Amazing.
When I say and stuff like that, there's not much stuff
White
like
water,
that.
yeah, like you don't do scuba diving, then you're really into like whatever, like different variations.
And
Shark diving, love it. Like, big
Anything
time.
similar to scuba diving, I like. I've
What,
done-
putting masks on and going to look for things, yeah.
yeah, sometimes I just walk around the high street just in
Scuba,
scuba gear and I
Balaclava.
Saying that to kids.
Yeah, just fisting kids.
I don't walk around in the fins though because that'd just be
nightmare.
stupid, wouldn't it?
It's not
practical, is it?
I mean,
Don't want to be a complete idiot like
You'd look ridiculous, like. But yeah. Yeah, good.
I can't remember why I talked about scuba diving now.
If you can't remember, mate, we're all fucked. To be fair.
Can we rewind that? See what we were talking about.
Sorry about, yeah.
Should we play Jack or Matt?
Yeah, Jack.
Jack or Matt. It's the game that no one knows.
I mean, we need to get that.
There's your ringtone. There's your jingle. Jack or Matt.
You're having Jack or Matt?
We'll go the same orders. Are we doing one each?
Yeah.
I've got to go Matt first.
Okay.
like I regret this.
I'm gonna go for a more sensible question.
Okay.
So, what's been your most memorable moment of gigging? So something that stands out to you as like, it can be mental. It should be mental. Just
Yeah.
anything mad that's happened to you.
Wow, mad. I've had death threats before. That was mad, but a bit weird. It was like my first gig in Manchester.
Go on, tell us about it.
Two bald, like, I think they were actual skinheads, like actual racist skinheads.
Didn't go well then?
No, it didn't. My dad was waiting around the corner. My dad's a bit of a scary bastard, so I was sort of safe in the end. But I did the Gong Show at the Comedy Store. I'd done a gig before in London, and I thought it'd be sound. I'll just go. Nothing wrong with this. Drank 2 cans of Monster.
Come on.
Proper goth juice.
Yes.
2 cans.
Sponsored by Monster.
Yeah. Liquid death. No, that's it. Well, it's a Joe Rogan. No, and so I drank 2 cans of Monster, which I'd never done before. Then went inside, and my dad was like, "You all right?" I went, "Yeah." When you went in the car, I'll go in.
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine.
Not too
fine,
bad.
fine,
Well, that was
fine.
it. But I'm okay. I'm feeling okay. I've got this material about teeth, the film. Rubbish. And I was like, I'm going to nail this. My first joke as well is, "Hi everyone, my name's Al Murray, not the fat bald fella."
Skinheads.
Yeah, no, got obviously no laughs as well, by the way. So yeah, and Mick Ferry's MCing, and they're best mates, whatever. So I'm there, and as I'm walking from the toilet to my seat, I've had a double vodka Red Bull as well at this point.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, I've had
Monster
smoked
and-
caffeine and anything. Look, I'm shaking now. And these 2 lads went, "You going on in a minute, mate?" I went, "Yeah, your fans or..." I'm going to go in the head. "Either you make us laugh or you're dead when we finish this." I went, "Really? Is that the rules?" In my head, I think, you know,
The harshest gong show ever, yeah.
And then got on there, obviously sweating, a bit like I'm doing now. You've seen me sweat at gigs as well.
Yeah.
And were they just staring at you?
Yeah. So they end up seating, what the hell, here, say, and the stage is there. Okay, so and then I'm on the stage, obviously just staring at them, thinking, "Oh, I've got to be funny. It's pressure, like it's life or death situation in my 3rd gig or whatever." So I went, "Hi, everyone, my name's Al Murray. I'm sorry, one of them, Al Murray, something," and it's like, you know, I'm not a fat ball comedian. Have you ever seen the film Thief? and then just stopped breathing.
Funny or death?
And then it went, and the fellow who speaks from the top thing, like I got gonged off, clearly. Again, I'm just a big ball of sweat, and the fellow was like, maybe don't do comedy again. And I walked out, ran outside, because I think it's going to be like Indiana Jones with the boulder with these two skinheads just running after me. And then my dad needs to pick me up. He's like, wow, man, I'll explain in the car. And round the corner, got in the car. Didn't tell him till we got back to the Wirral, because he would have just got back in there and just kicked off for no reason.
Bloody hell.
Well, not a reason. Well, no reason. I got death threats, but I always get death threats, though. Anyway,
You got death threats for large Guinnesses, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I got death on that was social media, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I did for the Baltic Market. I did a promo thing about Steins and Guinnesses, and it went viral on that shit pints of Guinness, London, or whatever it's called.
That's mad, that.
And it went mad. It went to the point where people were just like saying like, "That's sacrilegious." That's my Ethan Halfpenny impression. Shut up. He told me it was sacrilegious on the first time. What do you mean? He went, "Oh, you're gonna get so much shit." I was like, "Why?" And then they would just have messages on, "What are you doing? Leave it." Like, fuck's sake.
The whole of Ireland.
Whole of Ireland, yeah.
2 million people.
Yeah.
after.
No, it is though. I fucking love Ireland as well. I'd well be fucking involved if I was there. Anyway.
I mean, death threats is a great way to end that, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't even want to ask you a
And
question.
I hope you survive.
Go on, ask me a quick question. I'll just go for it quick.
If you were on death row, what would your last meal be?
Mackey's Tapas, so that's Big Mac meal, 20 chicken nuggets, mozzarella dippers, a McFlurry, and a partridge in a pear tree. Yes!
Smash
There we
it.
go.
Alex Murray, everybody!
Thank you. See you later. I got you to work.
Go ahead, man.
See you later, man.
See you later, everyone. Best of luck.
Nathan, hot seat, man.
Nathan Virica!
And a McFlurry.
Get yourself comfy, Nathan.
Yeah, we'll do.
So, we've got Nathan Virica. Is that the way to say your surname?
It is, yeah.
Good. Look at me. Just nailing names here.
Mac and Reed. Probably one of the most flamboyant comedians in the Northwest, isn't he, Nathan? I'd say.
And the guy we wanted, he wasn't available, was he?
That's harsh.
Yeah,
The guy we wanted to replace Matt wasn't available. So, but yeah, Nathan, how have you been, man?
Yeah, I've been good. Yeah. Blackpool last night.
Blackpool last night?
Yeah, first gig there.
Where did you do?
Dirty Blondes Bar.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
For Matt Davenport?
That's his name,
Yeah, I done that a couple of weeks ago. It was really good.
Yeah.
It's like up a little side street and it just says Dirty Blondes above the door, so it looks like a stripper's.
Oh, yeah.
And then you go in and it's like a New York dive bar type place. It's really cool, especially in the middle of Blackpool, because you expect it to be like full of nans and dinner ladies.
Most of it, but because we went for fish and chip, because my mum took me, because, she's got a car. And
You don't let your mum watch you, do you?
no, whenever she
gig.
comes to my gigs, I always send her out before I go on, just in case it doesn't go well, because, you know, I'm her only son, and no mother should have to watch her son die a painful and horrible death in front of him.
But you never do die. I mean, unlike the death threat guys, you know, you always do well on stage. Every time I see you,
Not always. It's been known to happen, but it's worst one I did was a poetry gig. It was actually a music open mic, but I thought, well, comedy's not going to work here in my experience, so I'll just do the poetry set, you know. So they might find it funny, but if they don't, then it's just like, well, look, I never said I was a comedian. I said I was a poet.
So do you do poetry as well? Or?
Yeah, I've written poetry to varying degrees of quality all my life. So it used to be like during my musician days, it was always sort of I saw myself as a bit of a like romantic sort of type. So it was fucking quality stuff, if I do say so myself. But
And Nathan, if we talk about your music stuff, because I know you get ridiculed a little bit on the circuit for wearing like cowboy boots.
Do I hadn't noticed.
No, but you've seen yourself when you've done the live podcasts. People straight away go to your dress sense, because you wear your cowboy boots, and you always say that's not my identity. It's just what I wear. You've got your hat. You've got like a cool look. But people always concentrate on that rather than what you always say to get. I've got more to me. I've got more to me.
Yeah.
And your music. What happened with that? Because you said you always introduce yourself as a failed musician. So
Yeah.
what's the story?
Well, what happened was in the end.
That's a serious question.
Yeah.
It is, yeah. It's proper deep stuff.
I mean, we've been here 50 minutes, so about time you fucking come up with one. Yeah.
Serious question.
Well, what happened in the end was I was recording the second album, and it was going to be like amazing, but I was having a few problems at the time, like psychologically and that. And by the time I got myself sorted, the guy who I recorded with selfishly became a heroin addict.
Oh God.
And moved to the South Coast. So it was like, I haven't. I mean, I
Is there
couldn't.
better heroin down there or something? What was the reason?
I don't know. Like,
Is he all right? Do you know him still? Or?
for all I know, he might be dead. I haven't spoken to him in a long time. But
so how did the first album go, if that was your second album?
I still think it was good. The recording quality wasn't as good as it was going to be on the second, because the songs I got done from it were, you could tell if you listen to them both, it's better.
How
But,
many songs on the first album?
12.
And how many did you get through on the second?
5 in the end.
So you've got 17 songs.
Yeah, it's 5 12ths completed, the second one.
Have you still got them to record it?
Still got the MP3s of them, but
And what type of music is it?
fucking amazing music, mate.
What genre?
Guitar music sort of thing. But
I think we need to get them to send them in, don't we?
Yeah.
Have
Because
a listen.
when I think of genres of music...
listen, if you want them, then very generously priced.
Yeah.
Get it now. Like, what's your favourite genre of music? What are you into?
Nathan Virica's second album.
Correct answer.
So yeah, you with your comedy then, because you, as Matt said, you sort of dress the way you dress, and people sort of look at that. But then your comedy goes, it's quite topical, isn't it? It's quite like current affairs, everything that's happening, and then you go to some dark, with a little bit of dark humour as well, don't you? And I think a lot of people don't expect it.
Well, we've talked about that in the car, haven't we? When we've come back from gigs, we sort of like you chat about like other comedians, what
Just slate each other.
Yeah, just slate each other basically. No, but when we talk about you, we sometimes think that there might be like a niche market that might understand, because it's very clever, some of the stuff you do, and it might go over like obviously not my head, but it can go over people's head, and then it might take them a little bit longer to get it, and they're probably laughing at a joke 3 ago, by the time, and you think, oh, that worked, and you're like, no, it was three jokes ago, isn't it?
I've not thought about this yet, but now I'm starting to doubt everything I've done up until this point. So cheers, Matt.
No, it's one of them though, isn't it? Because like sometimes you like I found Blackpool like a dead like comedy, like that audience in that room. You could say, certain jokes to them, and they'd be like clever ones, and not that I met much of my stuff that clever.
Because I did, yeah. Cause when I did it, I was kind of warned by Jack Kelly. He was doing it as well. He said, I think his precise words. So if you're watching in Blackpool, this is Jack Kelly talking, not me. He said, "Oh, Blackpool audiences are thick as fuck." So I did think, I'll take out 1 or 2 of the political bits and just focus on, stuff that
Nonce jokes and that.
Yeah, but there's no way they're not going to get this.
Yeah.
So I did do that, and to be fair to Jack, it went really well. So
He knows what he's talking
Maybe he
about,
was
to be
right,
fair.
yeah.
And I bet in Blackpool you get a mixed bag of people, don't you? Because a lot of people go on holiday to Blackpool, apparently.
yeah, this kind of influenced the way I opened last night. Because I was kind of seeing that diversity, and there was a theatre opposite the fish and chip place where I got food before, and like a load of old people, and then I'm remembering, what I've seen on Coronation Street, and it's just, so I opened the gig by saying, "Hello, Blackpool, where elderly Mancunians come to die," and then that segued beautifully into the next bit. Where, speaking of old women who won't be around for much longer, we've got the Jubilee coming up.
I like it.
Are you a royalist?
What do you think?
I think I couldn't answer that. Like you
He literally just said where old people come to die, and then segued into the Queen, and you think, I think
That
he's a Prince
sounds
Charles
like a
fan.
monarchist.
but you might joke about it, but you strike me as someone of you come from good stock yourself. You're up the hierarchy of
What, because
the
I'm
food chain.
What, because
and-
I'm from Harrogate?
Well, you've got
Still Yorkshire, mate.
you've got an accent that sounds like you're edging up the. You're probably about 5,000 in line to the throne or something like that.
I mean, I'll check that out. If so, then I could do with some privy purse money.
he speaks. He's a writer, isn't he? So he speaks properly, writes properly. It's
Hail
like-
King Nathan. That's would you have him as king?
No.
Why not? He's got a crown.
I wouldn't keep in mind. I wouldn't have any actual power.
What
No?
would you do if
I'd
you were
just
in charge? What would you change?
Well, just I mean, the moral answer to that is abdicate. The actual answer is probably just take the money and wave at people for 60, 70 years, which is
have you got any
basic.
brothers or sisters?
Until a year ago, I didn't, but now I've got a half brother.
Oh, right.
So,
Are they one?
a what?
I think one.
1 year old, Alistair.
Oh,
oh my
and I haven't
God.
actually met him yet, and it's quite annoying because I've waited, 30 years for a sibling, and now that I've got one, it's just like such an age discrepancy that it's
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna be 47 by the time I can sneak him into pubs or what have you, which I still intend to do, obviously. But
I did before then.
That's the storyline
46,
of Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, though. Remember when he meets his brother and he's like, oh my God, I have a brother.
are you,
You're not seeing Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves?
I've not. Are you suggesting I've ripped off the plot from Robin Hood? I'm just making shit up here.
So how old's this brother? And
One, we just discussed that.
Wait for the sequel.
you're meant to be doing the listening.
Fucking hell. I did listen. That's why I said one. So you've organised the night now, haven't you? It's
Yeah.
coming up in Manchester.
Yeah,
Lock
which you're
91.
doing as well.
Yes, that's why I said it.
Yeah.
Another gig I'm not on.
Yeah.
Got to plug. I'll get you on the next one.
Thanks.
Assuming it gets a second running.
He's
but-
heard that so many times.
Just get promised.
I'll get you on the next
I'll
one.
get you on. Oh, is it on the 32nd
Yeah.
of Thunder?
No, this one, if it does, I'll get you on definitely. But yeah, this is a plugging bit, isn't it?
Yeah, go for it.
June 17th, Lock 91, Deansgate. Tickets £5 if you're booking a band, £7 on the door. Got Jack Miller, got me, John Deshawn, who else? Annabelle Deavy, Andy Roach, just Alex A.K. Corsandi,
Is Jimmy on it as well?
Jimmy Shirley's doing it, Danny Davis. So
Scouse Invasion of Manchester, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Oh, and I've invited someone along to that who really doesn't like Scousers because she had a
Can't fucking wait.
bad experience with I think someone she went out with, and she's
That's
So
her
she-
fucking fault.
yeah. Well, and so I've got her to come, and I haven't told her the bit where at least 4 or 5 of the comics on it are Scousers, so she might have a.
Sit her front and central, and I'll be have a fucking royal time with her. Just point it out to me, and I'll say I've heard everything about you, and we'll have a bit of a giggle with her.
You see, as my friend, I shouldn't do that, but as a comedian, I probably definitely would.
Definitely should. Yeah, 100%. What happened to her? Like with the Scouser, what was it? Because I want to bring it up on the night.
I don't think from what I remember, you'll struggle to get much comedy out of the story. So
Okay.
So
Was it something really bad happened?
I think so.
Well,
Yeah,
we'll
yeah.
find it funny.
So well, God's sake. I am
Hi,
now.
Nathan's friend. See you soon. This is going to go out the day before.
Oh, okay, fair enough. But yeah. Anyway, the important thing is buy tickets and come, please.
And what
There
gigs
we
have you
go.
got coming up yourself? What ones are you doing?
Oh, just so many, man.
He said to me before we were having a nice coffee, and you said like I've just got that many gigs. I don't even know like who runs anything anymore. Do you?
Yeah, it all becomes a bit of a but that's because we were also saying this sort of like
You've
saying
had one day off this week. Is that right?
something like that. I mean, this.
It's Thursday.
Yeah.
To be honest, I'm counting. Yeah. In the last 7 days, yeah. But it's, I don't think I've got anything until Monday, and even then, that's hot water, so that's voluntary. It's the open mic, but I don't know. I feel like I need to do at least one of those a week still at this stage. If you know what I mean.
I
But-
feel if I don't do one a week, the next one is like proper built up in my head. Like I feel like rusty as anything.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah,
like
yeah.
oh my God, I start going back to like the first gig vibes. Like I think I go, I'm going to be sick, I'm going to shit myself, I'm going to walk up to the stage, my pants are going to fall down, all this mad stuff goes through your head, and the mic, you get the mic and you say your first word, and you're like, oh, it's fine.
It's weird if you get like, you know, embarrassed on stage, because I've never had that.
Yeah, but that's the goal you go for.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like,
stand on one leg and just go, what the fuck am I doing?
yeah. Have you seen that video?
No, I haven't.
So Matt, me and Jimmy Shirley and Matt drove to the Frog and Bucket to do Beat the Frog, and Jimmy was on like last in the first section, I was first in the second section, and then Matt at the end of the second section just gets up and starts standing on one leg. Now,
And that's it.
And because obviously standing on one leg for 5 minutes is a bit of a fucking task. He starts screaming, "Go put the cards up! Put the fucking cards up!" And then says the reason behind it, which is to raise awareness for
Bowel cancer.
His friends got stage 4 bowel
I've heard the
cancer.
story now. Yeah.
But he didn't tell us. So me and Jimmy are sitting in the crowd thinking, he's actually having a fucking breakdown on stage, yeah. And this is videoed and recorded, and there's about 150 people in the room, and he's hopping on there, and then the Frog and Bucket nicely put a bit of a clip together, didn't he?
And it ended up in the national press.
I used to do something similar at my music gigs.
Guitar, like that one. Like.
No, it's
How did it flop?
Raise awareness for a cause.
Okay, what cause was that?
Alcoholism, because I was just pissed out my skull every time I took
Like
to the stage.
anti-alcoholism.
Oh yeah.
No, he's pro-alcoholism.
Yeah, pro-alcoholism. Yeah.
Just drinking loads.
Fuck's sake.
Right, let's play Jack or Matt, because we're
Running out of time a little bit.
yeah. So it doesn't really matter who you pick first. Oh, my mum's actually ringing me. I mean, yeah.
No, go on.
So, get a question from my
She'll ring
mum.
me in a minute.
So Jack or Matt?
Okay, I'll alternate. Jack first.
Okay. Have you ever or do you have a nemesis?
Ooh. Yeah, I'd say at school I had several. Where do I begin?
Did you ever think it was you?
The thought did occur. Yeah, I wouldn't say so now as such. I think I've probably because I've.
You gonna name them?
For legal reasons, I best not.
Okay.
But,
What did you do to you to make them a nemesis?
one of them at school, he was the snobbiest kid, because keep in mind, Harrogate.
Yeah.
And I mean, to put it tactfully and to really think about the answer, he was just a cunt, complete and utter cunt.
As long as you put it tactfully, like, that's fine. What's your question for him?
I need you to say Matt.
Matt.
There we go. That's my cue. Give us 3 adjectives to describe this entire podcast that's taking place today.
Invigorating.
Say it with a bit more
Gusto.
invigoration.
Invigorating. that's a maximum I can manage. Bright and
Oh, God.
life-changing.
Wow.
That was 4.
Wow.
Well, it's 4 words, but
Yeah.
like,
Oh, thanks, Nathan. I'll let you summarise who we've had on.
So today we've had the amazingly talented Joe Sargentson. We've had the very orange-faced Alex Murray. And we've had the very delectable Nathan Virica.
Thank you very much. Woo!